Alright, let's say we're at the end of our case here, and we've gotten radial access at the start of the case, and now we want to apply pressure, and we want to use our TR band. What we're going to want to do is make sure that we have the band in the proper orientation. Let's say this is, because radial axis, this is radial side, the ulnar side of the arm. So we want to make sure that the Terumo part of the band is going to be on the ulnar side. So we place it on like this, and then also as we look a little bit closer, we want to make sure that our little indicator here is just a couple millimeters behind where our radial access was obtained. And once we do that, we just use the Velcro strap here and put it on. There we go, and just make sure we've kind of have things lined up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw up 15 cc's of air with our inflator, and we're going to plug this into the air port here. And then as we inject air, we're going to pull out our radial sheath, and presumably at this point in a human being, there would be blood coming out of the access point. We will inflate all of the air that we can to stop the bleeding, and the bleeding will stop. And then what we will do is slowly we will let the air out and look right near our indicator for any signs of blood. So let's say that we're pulling back, there's no bleeding yet, but we get to maybe this point, and we notice that blood is coming out of the access site. What we will do at this point is we will inject another 1 to 2 cc's of air, and then and now let's see, and let's say at this point the bleeding stops after we injected 2 more cc's of air. Then we can disconnect, and this stays inflated, and it will keep that pressure on as long as we keep the band inflated, but it's not too much pressure, it's just enough to stop the bleeding. And that's really how you use the TR band when you're putting it on.